Welcome to New Zealand, everybody.
This is our home for the next couple of weeks. What are we doing today?
We're going bungee jumping.
I kind of want to move here.
It looks so cool.
Welcome to New Zealand, everybody. I actually can't believe we've just finished 6 whole weeks in Australia, but I am so excited for this new adventure. So we've got 2 full weeks in the South Island of New Zealand. We're about to go pick up our camper van, which I'm actually a bit apprehensive about because in theory I think it's going to be so fun, but I'm dreading the bathroom situation. So I've just done a little bit of an everything shower, shaved everything. I'm prepared to probably not have a nice proper shower for a couple of weeks, but other than that I'm so excited. So we landed in Christchurch yesterday. We've literally had less than 12 hours to actually explore, but I love Christchurch. It kind of reminds me of my hometown, to be honest. It's quite derelict in some places because of the earthquakes, but then everywhere else is hustling, bustling. It was lovely weather yesterday. We grabbed a happy hour, had dinner, we went on the tram because I figured that was the quickest and easiest way to actually see all of the main spots in the limited time that we did have, and it was lovely. Ideally we'd have another day or 2 here, but like I said, 2 weeks for the whole of the South Island is not actually a long time, so I feel like we need to rush a little bit, but I'm so excited. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you've been enjoying the travel chronicles up until now, because I am loving life at the moment. And let's just get packing and then let's get going.
Okay, here she is. This is our home for the next couple of weeks. It is so much bigger than anticipated, but I think we're gonna have so much fun. So coming in from the side, this is what it looks like. That seat at the front actually turns into a bed, which I think is absolutely insane. And then as you turn the corner, this is what you see. So we've got a little kitchenette here, and all of our like dishes, crockery, cutlery is in here. And then on the left is our tiny bathroom. Again, this is the thing that I'm most worried about. It's slightly terrifying, but they taught us how to empty the water and turn the hot water on and all that kind of stuff, so I'm hoping it'll be fine. We have some cooking appliances that came with the van, including a toaster and kettle. And then right at the back is probably my favourite part. I cannot wait to do some freedom camping with those doors open and like a stunning view from out here. But this is where we're going to be sleeping. So we've got like a dining room set up, and then you can convert this whole thing into what looks like actually a fairly large bed. And then they've obviously provided us with all of our bedding. So we've got duvets, pillows, towels, and some sheets and blankets. And then this is obviously up front as expected. I'm so excited to try and drive this. I feel like parking is going to be a bit difficult, but we'll get used to it. And that is the tour. So the plan for now is we're going to stop through Woolies and do a big grocery stock up and pick up the stuff that we probably haven't really thought about, like dish soap and sponges, all of that, and then we're going to get straight on the road. Our first stop is Amaru. We're going to stay overnight there, hopefully see some penguins on the beach because that's what it's known for, and then continue on tomorrow. Okay, we are fully stocked up for the next few days. I'm just going to run through everything really quickly. So first things first, I got a salad kit for some lunches. Harry got himself some chocolate chip cookies. We're gonna make burgers slash sausage sandwiches. So I got myself some vegetarian sage and onion sausages. Harry got some ham for sandwiches, and he also got burgers for our burger night. I did want to get some veg, so I got some green beans. They are my traveling obsession. And then some necessities for cooking, red and white onions. I got some gluten-free English muffins for my sausage sandwiches because they didn't really have anything else. And then the other thing that I want to make for us is pasta. It's obviously just the easiest thing to make when you're in a situation like this. So I'm gonna make bolognese one night. So for that I got some spaghetti and I also got some penne. So I want to make pesto pasta one night. I got some corn mince for the bolognese, some bolognese tomato sauce. I absolutely love loading up my bolognese with like beans and veg. So I got some cannellini beans and sweet corn. I also just got 1 carrot for the bolognese. Cheese for the pasta, as well as obviously like sandwiches, salads, all of that kind of stuff. And then like I said, I want to make a pesto pasta. So we just got a jar of pesto, a couple cloves of garlic. These are a must. They add so much to a meal and obviously they're fairly cheap. We also got another necessity, some olive oil, and then I'm not gonna lie, I can't really live without mayo. I just think it goes with so many things. We got some ketchup for Harry and mayo for myself. I don't think either of us were gonna live without coffee, so I just got this mocha because we both like that. And then obviously loaded up on the snacks, so we got some popcorn. Harry got Tim Tams. I actually tried some gluten-free Tim Tams the other day and they were so good. Several bags of crisps because they are a weakness for both of us. Pepsi Max is another favourite for us both. Milk for coffees, and then we obviously just needed some necessities like shower gel I had run out of. We've also run out of some toothpaste, so I got some of that, and then deodorant we both just share because I prefer the men's ones. We also got a massive thing of waters back here and some ciders. Would you like some cheese?
Yes,
It looks like rather a lot. Not bad. Salty enough. You need to flip though.
yeah. We can flat them. Otherwise a big curve.
This one is. Okay, let's go find some penguins and then it's bedtime. Got coffee and a view this morning. Good morning guys, happy Tuesday. The first night in the camper van was not bad at all in my opinion. I felt like the bed was pretty comfortable and the duvet was so cozy. Throughout Australia we've been dealing with such like thin duvets and sheets and I don't find that comfortable to sleep in at all. Like no matter how hot I am, I want a thick duvet. So I was so cozy last night, slept so well. We've got a busy day ahead of us, so we're gonna set off soon. We are heading to Stewart Island today, which I feel like most people cut out of their plan of the South Island, but we figured it would be a fun excursion. It's known for all of its kiwis, so we're going to do a night tour to try and spot some kiwis tonight, and I think it'll be really fun. Okay, given that our journey is about 4 hours today, we are going to split it in half and I am driving up first. We did the same thing in Australia when we rented cars. We took it in turns and we both really enjoyed it, and I was a bit nervous to do the camper van because it's obviously so much bigger, but actually yesterday was not so bad at all, especially on just like the motorway. It was so easy. So let's head off. Okay, it's about 6 p.m. We just arrived at our room for the night on Stewart Island. We're gonna grab some dinner and then go kiwi spotting. Arrived in Tianu or Tianau. I feel like I'm butchering all of these Kiwi names, but basically we're just here for a quick stop overnight to mainly visit the glowworm caves. I've seen a lot about them, they look so cool, and then tomorrow we're heading to Milford Sound, so we kind of just needed a place to stay in between, and I'm so excited. Some of the campsites that we found are so cool. We're obviously going to try some freedom camping later in the week, but we wanted somewhere to charge our power and everything tonight, and we're literally right on the lake, and some of the things we booked today just look incredible, so I'm really excited. Okay, it's now Thursday. Last night was absolutely insane. Originally, we weren't sure if we were going to keep Tianu on our itinerary because I hadn't really heard much about it, but I saw this glowworm experience and I was just like, when am I ever going to see a cave lit up by glowworms? Like, it was genuinely a once in a lifetime experience, and it was, in all honesty, spectacular. I know that sounds so dramatic, but it was just insane. It was something I'd never seen before, and I don't think I will ever see again, and I would highly recommend. It was so worth it. So now it's literally about 7 o'clock in the morning. The sun hasn't even risen yet, but we're going to drive to Milford Sound, which is definitely the place that I'm most excited about in South Island of New Zealand. We're going to do a cruise, and then we're going to do a nice long hike, which I can't say I'm too psyched about. I'm really not a walker, so New Zealand is going to be a challenge for me because obviously from here on out we're going up the west coast, which is all about the hikes, the walks, exploring, and I'm so excited, but I'm definitely not a walker, so maybe this will change me for the better. But yeah, we're gonna head off now. We're just refueling the water and the waste and all of the technicalities that Harry's dealing with, and then we'll go. Okay, we've made it to our first freedom camping spot, which is a place just outside of Queenstown because that's our next stop tomorrow, and it is insane. One of the things on my bucket list for this trip was to have a place to stay where you could open the back doors onto an insane view, and this does not disappoint. So we're at a campsite called Kingston Campsite, and we managed to get a lakefront spot. I'm so excited, I'm so happy. It's a gorgeous day outside. We arrived a little bit early to secure a spot because it was a first come first serve basis, so we can have a pretty chill evening, which I'm so thankful for because we've had a really busy few days, lots of late nights, lots of early mornings. I'm so exhausted, so we're gonna lie out by the lake, have some ciders, make some dinner in a bit, and just soak it all in. This is unreal, honestly. I can't believe I'm here. Like, we've been traveling for almost 7 weeks now, and sometimes it's easy to let that become your reality and let it become the norm, but this is not normal. This is insane. This makes me feel so lucky. So I'm gonna get changed because it's way too hot for me to be wearing this jumper, and I will show you around. Like, are you actually serious? Our back garden for the night. Cheers. I think I'm gonna get in. No, I just thought, would this help if we swap?
That was a success, I would say.
I would say so. I'm attempting to make us some hot coffee this morning while we have no power, so I'm going to do everything on the stove and then hopefully go outside and enjoy our incredible view before we set off for a hike in Queenstown today. We're going to get the gondola up and then continue our walk on. Made it to the top. 1 hour 35. I'm so proud. That was so hard.
You're running your Apple Watch?
Yeah. Does it have a bungee jumping thing in exercise?
What's my heart rate doing? What's your heart rate now? 104.
85. The one time my heart rate's lower than yours.
Yeah.
What are we doing today?
We're going bungee jumping.
How are you feeling about it?
Bloody terrifying. I might not do it.
One thing I said I'd never do in my life was bungee jumping, and here I am doing the tallest one in New Zealand. All because of you. It's gonna be fine.
It's not relevant.
It's gonna be fine. Please help us enjoy our bungee jump
And not be too nervous.
and do not let us die.
Oh man.
Amen.
I've got to go, it's 8:40.
Okay, let's go. Probably the most terrifying thing I have ever done in my entire life. So when we first arrived, we checked in, they took our details, they took our weight, and then we got a shuttle bus over to the actual location, which was way up in the mountains. I think it took us like 45 or 50 minutes to actually get there, and then we checked in again, they retook our weight, retook our details, and probably within like 10 minutes we were in our harnesses on our way over to the bungee jump. There was barely any time to think about it. There was a very small short safety brief, I would say, but I suppose that they didn't really need to tell us anything more than what they did tell us. They told us how to unclip our feet, so we were supposed to dive head first, and then after our first bounce you could unclip your feet so that you weren't upside down anymore. And that was probably the part I was most terrified about, because I did not just want to be bouncing up and down whilst upside down, and also to get back up they pull you back up to the top, and I did not want to be pulled back upside down. So I was really nervous about that. I was nervous about the whole thing. I've done a skydive before, and I had said to myself at that point, this is as far as I would go. I would never do a bungee jump because it's just fucking terrifying. At least with a skydive, like, you have somebody who jumps for you, you're just kind of attached to them, they do the parachute, and then you can just kind of enjoy it. Whereas a bungee jump, you literally have to take the jump yourself. You're doing it voluntarily. We did this at our own will. We decided to do this yesterday off a whim. It was just terrifying. We were trying to hype ourselves up the entire time, trying to get excited about it, but at the same time literally jumping into the abyss. This is the tallest bungee jump in the entirety of New Zealand. It's 134 meters, and when you get there it literally is so far. It's so far. So we got to the location of the bungee jump. We were in a group of 6 and Harry got called up to be the first jumper. We didn't have any choice in it, and looking back I'm glad this was the way it was because I was up next. So I didn't have to go first, but I also didn't have to wait for everybody else to do it and go last. It was probably the best way it could have been. Harry did really well. He was so brave. He made it look so easy, and when he came back up he said it was amazing. So I was like, okay, it should be okay. They strapped me in, did all the stuff that they needed to do, and then you basically have to stand right on the edge of the ledge. They get you to smile at all the cameras, which I was so not in the mood to do because I was just looking down at this like mountain valley. You're not even doing it off a bridge into water or like near water where you can kind of feel like you've got a bit of safety there. Like, you're literally going into the mountains. And so in my video I'm just not even smiling at the cameras, and the guy counts down from 5, and I kind of loved this Mel Robbins technique of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just jump. But he said it and I was like, no, I'm not ready. And he was like, okay, we'll go again. Counted down again, and I was like, no, it's not happening. And in my head I was like, Harry's already done it, there's no fucking way I'm not doing it, but how do I do it, because I have to just go. And I looked at him, I was like, can you just push me? Can you please just push me? And he said, if you lean far enough I can give you a nudge. And at that point I was like, I'll just jump myself then. He counted down again and I went. And in the end, it was so fun. You're free falling for 8.5 seconds, which does feel like a lifetime. By the first bounce, it was the best. I felt like I could actually enjoy it. And the next issue was that I couldn't unclip my feet. So I was living my worst nightmare in the sense of I was just bouncing up and down, upside down. They had to pull me back in upside down. Everybody was laughing at me and it was just so embarrassing. Probably the most embarrassing moment of my life. But at the end of the day, I did it the way that I obviously was gonna do it. Like, that is a very me thing to do. I'm very clumsy in that way. Overall, loved it. Would I do it again? No, but am I proud I did it? Incredibly so. And then after that, we actually did the bungee swing, because that's the thing I've seen all over TikTok and I'm not sure that they do that anywhere else in the world, and that was a lot more fun. So now we're obviously back at the campsite. I just desperately wanted to wash my hair and shower, so I've done that. Now we're going to spend the rest of the afternoon exploring Queenstown, going to catch some happy hours this evening, grab some dinner. Okay, happy Sunday. We ended up having so much fun in Queenstown last night, just happy hour hopping, grabbed some food, had a lie-in this morning, and then made our way over to Wanaka. We did a fairly short walk this morning, but it was really nice over this lake, had a really good view, and now we're set up in our campsite. We're going to explore the town a little bit and see obviously the famous Wanaka tree, but we don't really have many other plans because the main reason we're here is to do Roy's Peak tomorrow morning, the dreaded Roy's Peak. Like I've said, I am not a walker. I don't really like hikes. I really didn't want to do Roy's Peak, even though I know it's very popular and it must be popular for a reason, but Harry likes walking and he knows that that's the main thing to do here, so we're gonna do it. I'm gonna challenge myself. This whole trip has been me challenging myself. Like, I literally did a bungee jump yesterday and now here we are, we're gonna just climb Roy's Peak in the morning for sunrise, I may add, which I think will actually be really beautiful. I know that it's going to be more of a mental challenge than a physical challenge, and I think it will be fine, but I'm kind of dreading it at the same time. But that's pretty much the update for now. I'm wearing my cute new top that I got because I did the bungee. They gave us two because we did the bungee and the swing. This one's for the swing, so I like the red on it. But yeah, I'll update you later. Okay, we did not climb Roy's Peak this morning and we do actually have a good excuse. However, my underlying feeling is I'm not that mad about it. I knew that it was going to be a really nice view, but at the same time I was absolutely dreading it and I didn't want to go on like a 4-hour hike where I hated every single minute just for a beautiful view. That wasn't actually guaranteed. So yesterday we met up with one of my old family friends who now lives in New Zealand, and she's an avid walker. She's very sporty and she looked at all these different weather apps to help decide if going at sunrise was going to be a good thing to do, and basically all of the clouds were very low hanging up until today at 12 p.m. So she said once you get to the summit you probably won't get a good sunrise and you probably won't get a great view because the clouds will be too low, especially that early. She either recommended we go today at 12 p.m. or we just don't do it. We could have gone like halfway. I would have been fine with that. Apparently as you go up Roy's Peak you get the exact same view all the way up, and then obviously once you get to the summit you see more of like a 360 view, so I would have been fine at least going halfway, but Harry didn't want to go halfway, and I can understand, like, you don't want to half-ass it. It's a long hard walk and if you want to feel really truly rewarded you may as well go to the top, so we didn't do it. At the end of the day I think I'm going to be happier having not done it than doing it, if that makes sense. And also our next stop after New Zealand is Bali, and one of the things I have got on our itinerary is to climb Mount Batur at sunrise because, again, amazing views, it's supposed to be incredible, but it's a much shorter walk. I just think that's more manageable. We're still going to do something like that and I don't need to feel bad about it. I will show you though, because Roy's Peak is still right here. It looks incredible. but the clouds are all really low still. Like, you can't even really see the summit, so our view would not have been great from up there. Good morning. It is now Tuesday. We've just gotten to our next campsite. It's only 11 o'clock in the morning, but we wanted to secure a good spot before we go on our walk for today. So we're officially in Mount Cook National Park, and we're at one of the only campsites in the area, and our view is insane. This is one of my favorite parts about freedom camping, actually. I've really enjoyed it so far. Like, I can put up with the toilet situation if I'm looking out of my back doors and I'm seeing this insane view. It just makes everything so worth it. Like, are you actually serious? So today we're doing Hooker Valley Track, which is an extremely popular trail, but it's probably one of the ones I've been most excited to do because it's not too strenuous, but the views are supposed to be incredible the entire time. So we're just gonna kind of get ourselves ready and head off, have a nice leisurely stroll today.
But I forgive you. I give into you. You stole my life, but I forgive you. I give into you.
Good morning. It is currently Friday. I feel like it's been a fair couple of days since I've actually updated the vlog because we have been all over the place. But yesterday we ended up spending the day at Lake Tekapo, which I'm not gonna lie, I feel like is kind of overrated. I don't understand why it's such a popular tourist destination. I don't know if it's just because we stayed at Lake Pukaki a couple of days ago, which was absolutely insane. Like, the view was just the prettiest thing I've ever seen, and I felt so lucky to just be staying right on the lake's edge. Whereas turning up at Lake Tekapo, I was just like, it's gorgeous, but it's much smaller, it's less kind of spectacular. I don't know, but we still obviously had a really nice day. We did the peninsula walk and then spent the afternoon at the hot springs, which was so nice. Given that we've done so much walking in the last few days, it was nice to just relax, let our muscles soak, have just a chill afternoon. And then this morning we've driven over to Kaikoura, which I am so excited for because originally we had to cut it out of our itinerary because we just did not have enough time. I'd seen how incredible it looks, the dolphin watching, the whale watching. I just really wanted to do it, so we managed to find time. We've actually got today and tomorrow here, which is mental given that we thought we didn't have enough time. So tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning, bright and early, we're going dolphin watching. We're going to do a walk, try and find some seals. Really a jam-packed day, and I couldn't be more excited. just got back from swimming with the dolphins and it was unbelievable. It was insane. The best experience. We got so close to them. The dolphins were so friendly. The people that work there said they're attracted to your voice, singing, noise, that kind of stuff. So every time you popped your head up out of the water, you could hear the whole group just making so many weird noises. It was so fun. It was freezing cold, but they obviously gave us a wetsuit and everything, and amazing. Sunday everybody. Today's actually kind of bittersweet because it's our last full day in New Zealand, and honestly I don't know where the time's gone. It's gone so unbelievably quickly, and when I think back on the last 2 weeks, it's insane the amount of stuff we've done, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. I loved New Zealand. I kind of want to move here, but I said that about Australia too, so we will see about that. But our plan as of now is to pack up all of our stuff. I need to give it a quick clean while Harry does all of the like toilet, water, that stuff, and then we're gonna head back to Christchurch, give our van back and spend the rest of the day in Christchurch, just because we didn't actually get that much time in Christchurch at the beginning, so it'd be nice to walk around a little bit, see the Botanic Gardens, go to the Earthquake Museum. But I'm gonna end off this video here. I hope you enjoyed it, and our next stop is Bali, so follow along for that.